Welcome to Matters Financial and Geopolitical for the first time in 2019. Thank you for stopping by. Allow me to wish you a wonderful 2019 and that everything you set out to do you achieve, and you achieve it with a facility that you never expected. On that note, this is the Happy New Year message that Donald Trump posted on New Year's Eve, I think it was. It's typically Trumpian. Political reflections: China will not give up the use of military force as an option to ensure the reunification of Taiwan. President Xi. China must and will be united, which is an inevitable requirement for the historical rejuvenation of the Chinese nation in the new era, he said. We have also achieved a great victory in frustrating the Taiwan independence movement. And then in contrast, the Taiwanese president, Tsai Ing-wen, said the theme for our 2019 New Year's flag-raising ceremony is brave and confident, one with the world. In our rapidly changing world, Taiwan's best option is to persevere on the path of democracy and work together with like-minded people around the globe. I think it's simply untenable, the idea that they will try and unify via force. Happy New Year to everyone, including the haters and the fake news media. 2019 will be a fantastic year for those not suffering from Trump derangement syndrome. Just calm down, enjoy the ride. Great things are happening for our country, Trump tweeted in caps. Yashar tweeted, "Don't worry, everything is going to be okay," in caps as well. The worst thing you could possibly do in a deal is seem desperate to make it. That makes the other guy smell blood, and then you're dead. Donald Trump, The Art of the Deal, 1987. Deep inside this story, you finally learn that Trump has cut his demand for war funding in half, and that Democrats responded by offering less than they had previously. China's detention of Canadians, part of a bid to challenge Western democratic norms, experts say. Article in the Toronto Star, worth reading. And that takes me to this is what I came across as kidnapping, a new form of diplomacy. Starting to look that way, isn't it? Frowns, clowns, and fire-breathing mutant lobsters. My predictions for 2019 from the Sunday Times. In the final days of 2018 came a story that sort of summed up the year. Clowns objected to politicians being called clowns because they thought it was demeaning to clowns. The justifiable disdain in which our politicians are held has certainly been one trope of the year. But then, so's groups of thin-skinned people devoid of a sense of humour, in this case the clowns, complaining that they are being slighted. This was the year everyone got arsey about their imagined victimhood, women, men who think they're women, vegans, dwarves, the Welsh, and so on ad infinitum. I don't suppose any of this will change in 2019. Then he's listing it by month. In January, a leak reveals Theresa May has been stockpiling drones to be released near airports whenever there is an adverse story about Brexit. Thousands more Iranians wash up near Dover, having risked their lives to get the hell out of France. In the Commons, MPs reject May's rework deal for leaving the AU, known as Burkina Faso ++. We've had a drone that wasn't a drone, a migrant swarm that is neither migrants nor a swarm, and now we have a ferry company with no ferries. There's some properly weird stuff happening at the moment. Netanyahu in this video is depicted as the savior of Brazilian evangelicals in a new stamp. That's from Haaretz.com. Just arrived in Brasilia for the Bolsonaro inauguration, looking forward to witnessing the peaceful transfer of power in one of Latin America's strongest democracies. That is Secretary Pompeo. Kim seeks meeting with Trump but warns he could lose patience. In his New Year's Day speech, Kim Jong-un reiterated his commitment to denuclearization and said he was willing to meet Trump at any time, but also warned that his state could pursue different initiatives if the US continues its sanctions and pressure tactics. In international statesman mode, a grey-suited Kim forewent his usual flamboyant tunic, and instead of speaking at a podium, delivered his address from a leather armchair in a book-lined, wood-panelled office. This year, Kim's key messaging was binary. He also appeared to be aiming at three distinct audiences: the US, South Korea, and its domestic populace. In a sign of the détente that is flowing across the DMZ, Kim's speech, believed to be pre-recorded for the first time, broadcast in South Korea at the same time it was shown in the North.